All right, so we are doing Sherlock's camera today, this Cluebox. I've done some other Clueboxes in the past. This one has been sitting on my shelf for a while out here in my office, and I haven't done it. And I don't remember if my wife bought me this one or if I got this one a while ago. They make these basically escape rooms in a box. They're sequential discovery puzzles with a story. This one is Sherlock based. I was a big fan of Arthur Conan Doyle all through my childhood. I think I read pretty much everything he ever wrote. Not 100% on that, but I read a lot. And so I'm kind of excited about this one. We're going to get into it here in just a second. So without any further ado, if you don't want to see the solution to this puzzle, cut it off now. Like, stop. If there's a link down in the description, buy it. I'm trying to get an affiliate link for Amazon set up, so if I can find this on Amazon, I'll put a link on there. If not, I'll try to find a link somewhere else with like Puzzle Master or wherever. I don't remember where we got this one because we've had it a while. But if you don't want to see the solution, stop right now, like, subscribe, go buy your own, and then if you get stuck, come back and watch me get stuck probably 50 times, and we'll go from there. But anyway, we're going to get into solving this right now. All right, so as y'all can see, we have a camera here. We also have this stuff, which I'm thinking is like a little stand to put the box on. It says right here, well, I didn't have to think, I could have just read. Stand for Sherlock's camera, not a puzzle to solve, use assembly instructions, and they got a little QR code for you there. So this we will set off to the side since they say it's not part of this puzzle. Please do not use force to open the box or move its individual parts. All elements can be opened smoothly. Also, no guessing is necessary as all puzzles are based on logic. All right, so all puzzles are based on logic. Don't force it. And I'm assuming, hopefully, we don't have to shake it half to death like the last puzzle. So let's get into this. We have some little pointers here that turn to these different symbols here. We have these little plastic pieces that are kind of locking other little things that move. We have these numbers that look like they'll line up with some of these, and this whole thing moves. Arrow right there, so this, oh, I wonder if I was supposed to do that already. Anyway, put that back. We have this on this side. There's also these things going on, so there's a lot here. On this side, we have these little things that turn and slide up and down. That turn and slide up and down. We have the lens of the camera with these symbols, and it looks like it turns as well to the different symbols. Down here, we have some of these little things that appear to match these right here. Are these musical notes? Anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. We also have these and these, which look like something happens there. On this side, we have some faces of people. Something's already happening over here. Okay, we have some faces of people. We have all these different symbols, and this little thing spins with all of these little mechanisms. Wow, this is getting intense. We have a clock with little ball bearings in it, and it looks like those slide back and forth. We have this. There's just so much going on with this puzzle. So is that, oh, I didn't even see this side. We have a little thing going on here, movie camera, on, off. So these are like the mechanisms, and that appears to be some sort of different little dancing men that when you look at them from different angles, they move. So, where to begin? Let's go back up to the top, see if we can get an idea. So this is a camera. Seems like a lot of the puzzles I do. Oh, here we go. There's a little thing right here. Let me see if y'all can see this. It says start. So we'll start. We have all these ball bearings in here, and I don't know if what we're supposed to do with that, so let's see. Start, it says to turn this. If we're supposed to start, oh, this moves back here too. There appears to be something magnetic going on. That whole thing, I don't know if that's supposed to happen, but this whole thing just moved when I poked it. All right, so there's a little eye symbol here that looks like we're supposed to look through where this is. this just slid out and that little magnetic piece came out. We have another arrow. There's so many arrows pointing at things that I don't know where to start. Oh, it's a different key. Each one lines up with a different key. So we need to find some of these key symbols where it looks like these little locks would go. Am I getting my hat in y'all's way? I'm blocking a lot of this. Okay, so each one of these different things has a different like arrow point or key point on it. We need to find some little key symbols somewhere. Oh, okay. There's little paths. So we got the 2 lined up. This little path here of dots goes around, and they're even scarred into the plastic so you can keep following. It comes down. And so we are looking for that symbol. Okay, that is lined up. That is lined up, and it's that symbol right there. Oh, okay, the number and the arrow is the short and long hand. Okay, I feel dumb now. This is Ed from the future. There are going to be quite a few time warps in this video, as this puzzle took me over 3 hours, not including breaks, to film and solve. Hope y'all enjoy copyright-free music. There we go. So the answer is 825. You see this little eyeball here? This slider moved, and so now I can see into this mirror. There's a mirror back here that points at a tie and this, you see? And this mirror is attached to this, and this allows this to angle back and forth so you can see different things. I'm assuming this as well, right? So if I look in here, and I angle this one way, I angle it toward this banner, I can see a diamond. My hair's getting thin up there. Y'all enjoying the back of my head? So let me see if I can show y'all this. So if you look straight down in there, hopefully we can. Oh, we have a tool. This just slid in when I turned this, and this little tool popped out into my hand, and it's got the little diamond symbol on it. That's what that diamond was talking about. But let me see if I can show you all this. It's kind of dark. May have to adjust. All right, so you see how it moves the mirror when I move this right here. That's what's moving this mirror back and forth. And when I move it all the way that way, I don't know if this will focus. It's not going to focus, is it? Let me see if I can. There we go. There we go. You see, when you move it that way, there's a little diamond. When I did that, this little thing popped out. This little diamond popped out. A little rake out of here. Because this slid in. See? But you have to have it. You have to do that. And then it slid in. Like that. And it shows you. And then it's got this little eye symbol again. So I'm guessing we need to look at that again. And see if we can see what's over here. Now, if you see, there's a little light symbol here. So what that probably means is I'm going to have to stick a light up to this so that I can see what's going on when I move this right here. So there is a light ring right by y'all. So I'm going to get up close and personal here for a second and put that light ring right there so that I'll bring it off camera so it's not in your face, so that I can see what's going on. All right. I see a pistol. And when I turn this little knob, nothing else happens. But when I held this up to the light, and this is pointed at the tie, there's a little pistol that shows up. Now, I have seen that pistol somewhere. There's a pistol up in this corner. There's a pistol. All right, so we're probably looking for several other symbols to put in these other places. But let's just turn this. There's a diamond. Okay. But you see, there's also these little people. And there's these other symbols. Oh, okay. These are telling us which ones go to which people. I need a notepad. And then we know necktie, pistol guy. All right, yo, where is, oh, gem. Okay, so we've got this little gem that looks like this, sorta. See that? So does this slide into here or something? Oh! Okay, we can see in there, and there's a little gear. So that's perfectly it. See how that diamond's visible now? See that? And then this opens up, and there's some geared teeth in there for this. So I'm thinking, oh, see, it moves this right here when I do that. So we changed from that to that. I'm thinking now I may be able to look back in here and see something else. Let's see if we all see it first, all right? So we figured out that this, I'm going to poke the back of this phone, see if I can get it to focus. We got the diamond figured out. And we got the tie figured out. So if we open that and we did that, which we did, does that change what we can see when we do this? I don't know. I'm gonna have to put the light back up to it again. I'm sorry, y'all. This may not be the best puzzle for y'all. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a bank thing now. When it's pointed at the top hat, I'm seeing the bank bag. So let's find Mr. Top Hat. But the top hat's the same guy as the tie. Oh, there's two guys with ties. There's three guys with ties. So which tie looks like that? It's the one. Oh, it might be this guy. This guy might need the pistol. Because top hat, right here, I got it pointed at the top hat, and the top hat shows a little square in it, so we're definitely talking about this guy, was the bank bag. And it's a bomb. So the bowler hat guy is a bomb. So we've got diamond, bank bag, bomb, and pistol. So let's put the bomb. Let's see if we can get it lined up to where all of these show something that makes sense. And we'll try, this should be the fourth one, right? Fourth one, bomb, money, ring, and pistol. All right, so something should pull out now. Whoa, check this out. See all the gearing and everything? That is so cool. Once you get these logic things figured out, they are so much fun, y'all. Y'all scream it at me in the comments. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, yeehaw. I'm pushing this in. Y'all see that? Pushing this in. Okay, so, but it's not supposed to be stiff, and that's pretty stiff, so we don't want to push on that too hard. But that looks like it's gearing in when I do that, because see how those gears are getting closer? So we need to figure out what is causing it to stay off. Oh! Is that supposed to come out? I guess that was supposed to come out. Sorry, I dropped it. It doesn't look like it was glued or anything. I guess it was supposed to come out. So this was in here. That. And then I just went like that, and it did come out. It was just a little stuck. All right, so if that comes out, now we have another little tool. We have this little arrow pointing that way. Man, this. So where would this go? Nope, 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 don't you just start shoving stuff in things where you can't get them back out. Well, hang on. Okay, so if we pull that, oh, look, that's what this is saying. Pull that, and then does this spin? Does this come out? Oh, that comes out if you pull that. So this is a tool, and this is what it's for. So we pulled that. We're gonna do the same on this side. If any of y'all do this, you should film yourself, because there is no way I would be able to remember how to put this back together if I didn't film myself. All right, so we just had these two little things come out. This came off, and now we have all these little dancing people. I wouldn't look for them. All right, so we know we have these little people. All right, we can take these out, and there's other little things going on with the hands. And we have foot, 1 foot, 2 foot, 2 hands with a dot, 2 hands, 1 hand with a dot, 1 hand with a leg or something. All right, we have little people doing different things. The first guy jumps up. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see all of this, but you see how they change positions. So the first guy's up, feet off the ground, everything up off the ground. So do we have a guy that looks like that? This guy kind of looks like that. This guy looks like that. That first guy when his feet are up off the ground. Then what do these symbols mean? 1 foot, 2 foot, 2 foot and a hand. This guy has his headstand. He does a headstand at one point. So that would make sense for this, I guess. That might be this guy. I'm second guessing myself now, y'all. Grab a drink of water and take a break. I'm getting too antsy, so I'll see y'all in a bit. All right, so I'm back. I had a little bit of coffee. I may take another break to get some something to eat for too much longer. This continues, but while I was away, I kept thinking, like, what would flipping all those things around do? Got both his hands on the ground. So that's the order that those go in. And it, what? How is that? What? How does that even work? How is that? What? I am at such a loss right now, y'all. Is it a magnet? What? All right, so see how I figured it out. See how these little things spin? When you put this in place, it straightens it out. Do y'all see that? That is so cool. Okay, see this little tiny piece of plastic down here? Somehow, each one of these is unique enough, and it must have a magnet in a specific place that when I place this here, that goes right. Let me see if I can show it. So each one of these, that is so cool. If I hadn't opened it up, I never would have figured that out. But I'm glad that all that trying to figure that out was what the thing was. But look at this. See? You just get it close, and that magnet puts that thing where it's supposed to be somehow. Watch it. See that? That is so cool. And then when it was done, boom, this whole thing just lifted up. That's really cool, y'all. Not gonna lie. Kudos to the engineers who figured this thing out. Now, we still have this thing that spins with the X's on it. We still have this. tell you what, I'm going to take another real quick break, go get some water, and I'm going to go get a flashlight so I can see in there. And then we'll go from there. Because yes, I'm very unprepared. All right, so I thought I was recording, but I'm not. But I got this right here. If any of y'all recognize that symbol right there, you're probably a fisherman, but that's from Fluke Master. I got this flashlight from him years ago. He's the guy who taught me how to fish. Y'all should check him out if you want to learn anything at all about fishing, specifically bass fishing or kayak fishing. And we have these little things that turn and line up with things. And we have this thing that turns and lines up with things. So we have this little dot. We had kind of talked about that way earlier if I didn't cut that into just some of the jabbering time. There's a couple of different ways. You can see 2 X's in there. But we still have this right here. And this is the thing that I can't seem to figure out. All right, it's Ed from the future again. So during this really long time lapse, I figured out that I had missed a couple of small steps. I continued to solve the puzzle, but in order to turn the camera on, there was a small button behind the pull-out where the men with the pistol and the bomb and everything were. And that button, if you push that and you turned the wheel on the front, which you'll see me doing some of this here in a minute, you turn the wheel on the front, it would release that button so that it could be opened. So once you open that, the little slide with the dancing men would move back and forth a little easier. And then there was another tool as well that would fall out much later in the video that would have also helped with that. So I missed those 2 little things. I just thought I'd drop that in here while we had this really long time lapse going on and while I was spending a very long time. But there it is right there. That's when I was figuring out that that button would work. You spin that, push the button up, and then you could play with those things better. And you'll see me messing with that more because that confused me because I did it in the wrong order. That being said, see, I'm messing with it there. I figure out that I can pull that out. Anyway, that all aside, that was what was going on there. But I do continue to work on the front and eventually make it to the next step. But just wanted to fill y'all in with what was going on. I'm going to cut back out now and switch to some music so y'all don't have to hear more of my voice. For the check that out. I still am not 100% sure I solved that the correct way. I kind of turned this until I saw 2 at a time in here and kept trying different combinations. But eventually I just felt this kind of lock down in and I saw the channels open and this lifted out. So I'm not 100% that I solved that the correct way. If somebody else knows exactly what was going on with these musical notes, let me know. Because I'm not sure. Anyway, so we have this. And we have a fingerprint with a magnifying glass. So I think we're getting pretty close. And this looks like it's the film in here. We've got this little thing going on here. Not sure. Maybe this will spin more freely now. I still don't know what all of... Oh, okay, hang on. We got a fingerprint and a magnifying glass. Bet you this is fingerprint matching of some sort. So we have this down here too, that this right here. These will kind of spring tab into those places. So let's, okay, that's locked. See how it's pushed out? That's locked. And we turn this to where these line up, push them in, and boom. So it was, but let's see here. We got some film. Can we take this out? I feel like we should be able to take this out. Okay, yeah, just got pulled away slightly. Okay, we're not done yet, y'all. We're not done yet. So, we have different types of film here. I mean, we have this film here has different kinds of fingerprints. And they're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4. In these, why didn't I get a magnifying glass while I was doing it? Oh, I have a jeweler's loop right over here. not even leaving my office. All right. I have a jeweler's loop. Can y'all see that? All right, see, there's the circle one. That's the first one. I don't think that we got anything else for that one. But let's look at this one, okay? I'm going to show y'all and then I'm going to look at it because this is getting all distorted. But you see, what I was seeing was these waves, like dead in the... Can y'all see that? You can't because of my fingers in the way. I was seeing those waves right there. And to me, that looked like the most like this. But it could be that. But if it's that, it just keeps going in the same direction. This is cool. Y'all can actually see this not with me now. You see that? That's why I keep calling it a swirly. And see how it swirls? So that's why I thought it was this one. Because that looks the most... glare on that, sorry. That looks like a swirly to me, you know? But I guess we could try this one. Or this, because that's kind of like a back and forth, like little yin-yang swirly thing. I just don't know, because... And then this is the fourth one. And the reason I kept calling it the mountain one is... Oh, wait a second. What is that? Could that be this? Maybe we're ending in the wrong place. What do y'all think? Because I was looking at... This is really not easy to show y'all. I was looking at that as like this little sharp peak that goes on right here. But if I go a little further up, it's got that. Which could be this one right here. So let's try that. Let's try that one. It's sticking so bad, I'm afraid I'm gonna break it. All right, so I'm doing the circle right now. Going around to the wave. And then I'm gonna go back to the swirly. And then I'm going down. That was it. I had the last one wrong. We did it. After all that time. But look, it says best detective, and then you can see yourself. Well, actually, you can see my camera, so that's kind of dumb. And then you can see yourself. So there you go. Best detective. And you'd be able to see yourself if you were here. And there you go. After all that, it's finally done. All right, so there we go. Solved, put back together, all done. We have oh wait, not quite. Gotta tuck that back in there. All right. Oh, what? I have a feeling that had that fallen out like it was supposed to a long time ago, all of this would have been much, much, much simpler. So, wish that had fallen out when it was supposed to, but it didn't. So we're gonna put it back because that would have made this part right here a lot simpler. But anyway, it is what it is. We're gonna put that back. That I will probably put this together. I may throw a thumbnail shot or two in, or a shot at the end with this all assembled and ready to go, but I am done, y'all. This has been a long one. It was a lot of fun, a lot of really cool mechanisms and such in there, but whew, I'm wore out, my back hurts, I'm gonna stop. But y'all take care, like, subscribe, leave comments about how dumb I am and how you would have had this done an hour ago. All of that fun stuff. It was great, it was a lot of fun. Really cool puzzle, lot going on. I really like it. Check it out for yourself. If I can find a link, I will use an affiliate link if I have one. I just started setting that up a little while ago. Click on the link. I'll get some money out of it, I guess. But if they have this on Amazon, if not, I'll try to find it somewhere else and put a link down, like I said, for Puzzle Maker or someplace that carries it. Anyway, check them out. I've done some of their other puzzles. They're a lot of fun. If they have any puzzles in the future, I'll definitely get them. Love these escape room style sequential discovery puzzles. So thank y'all. Have a great day. I'm out of here.